Picture this. It's a Sunday morning. The house smells like coffee, the grandkids are running down the hallway, and you're enjoying the comfort of your own home. But as the years go by, the little things, like reaching for that high shelf or climbing the stairs, start to feel bigger. Have you ever wondered what small changes could make your home feel safer and more welcoming, not just for you, but for your whole family? Today, let's talk about practical, heartwarming adjustments you can make around the house. These aren't just about safety. They're about creating a home that says, "You're comfortable here, no matter your age." Lighting often feels like one of those background details in a home, something we only really notice when it's missing. But when you think about it, light shapes how we move, how safe we feel, and even how connected we are to the spaces we love. Picture walking down a hallway at night. In the daytime, that same hall feels familiar and harmless, but once shadows fall, every corner can turn uncertain. A misplaced shoe, the edge of a rug, or even a pet curled up quietly can become a stumbling hazard. Motion sensor lighting or soft guide lights can turn that uncertainty into calm assurance, almost like the house itself is looking out for you. It's a gentle reminder that safety and comfort can coexist without turning the home into something clinical. This kind of lighting isn't just about preventing falls for older adults, though that's certainly a major benefit. It's also about creating ease for everyone who lives there or visits. Think of a teenager coming home late, not fumbling with switches, or a grandchild waking up in the middle of the night for a glass of water, guided by a friendly path of light. The glow becomes a thread that ties generations together, making a space that feels alive and responsive rather than static and rigid. Lighting like this works silently in the background, asking nothing of us except to walk confidently. There's also an emotional layer to lighting that we don't often acknowledge. Bright, harsh bulbs can make a room feel sterile, while soft, warm tones create a sense of welcome. A kitchen lit with gentle under-cabinet lights invites late-night tea and conversation. A bedroom with calming lamps signals rest, while a porch light that flicks on at the right time feels like a handshake saying, "Welcome home." These moments matter because they remind us that aging in place isn't only about safety, it's also about dignity and warmth. Even small decisions, like placing a light switch at a comfortable height or adding a dimmer so brightness can be adjusted, show thoughtfulness. They reduce strain without drawing attention to the effort. Lighting done well feels invisible, and that's its strength. It lets life flow naturally, from quiet evenings to busy family gatherings, without a pause to worry about navigating the space. When you step back, light becomes more than a practical tool. It becomes part of the story of home, a subtle guide, a silent companion, and a reassurance that the home adapts as life changes. It reminds everyone, young or old, that this space is designed with care. It's surprising how something as small as a doorknob can shape our daily experience at home. When we're younger, twisting a round knob feels effortless, and we hardly think about it. But with age, arthritis, weaker grip strength, or even just tired hands can turn that simple action into a frustrating task. That's where lever handles quietly shine. Instead of twisting and straining, you just push down, and the door opens smoothly. It's a detail that seems minor, yet it transforms how accessible a home feels, not just for older adults, but for everyone who passes through. Imagine carrying in a load of groceries, your hands full of bags. With a traditional knob, you'd have to shuffle, set something down, and twist carefully. But with a lever, you can nudge the handle with an elbow or wrist and glide inside without breaking stride. Now think about a child with sticky fingers, or someone recovering from an injury with limited mobility. The ease of that lever suddenly becomes universal. It's not a change that screams adaptation for aging. Instead, it whispers welcome, as if the house itself is lending a hand. The beauty of this change lies in how unnoticeable it is once installed. Unlike larger modifications, lever handles blend seamlessly with the character of a home. They come in modern finishes, classic designs, and even subtle shapes that complement existing decor. What they add is not a reminder of limitations, but a quiet layer of freedom. It's a way of saying that small details matter because they respect the dignity of every person who enters the space. There's also a symbolic side to it. Doors are thresholds. We cross them daily, often without thought. Making that threshold easier to pass feels almost like lowering the barriers within a family. A grandparent moving from one room to another without hesitation, a grandchild darting through with laughter, an adult balancing work and caregiving responsibilities. All of them experience the same smooth transition. That's the hidden gift of lever handles. They connect convenience with inclusion. At the heart of it, replacing knobs with handles isn't about making a house look different. It's about ensuring the rhythms of daily life continue with less friction. These handles carry a message: the home adapts gracefully, offering freedom in the smallest moments. It's in those moments that independence is preserved, comfort is shared, and the home becomes a space designed to care for everyone equally. The living room is often thought of as the heart of the home, and for good reason. It's where families gather after a meal, where guests are welcomed, and where stories are shared across generations. Yet as time passes, the way this space is arranged can either invite connection or quietly discourage it. A living room that is cluttered, cramped, or difficult to navigate can unintentionally create barriers. On the other hand, a few thoughtful adjustments can turn it into a stage for warmth, laughter, and conversation. Picture this: chairs placed too far apart make chatting feel like shouting across a distance. A coffee table that's too low or too wide becomes an obstacle rather than a centerpiece. But when seating is arranged in a semi-circle with supportive chairs that are easy to get in and out of, it encourages eye contact and closeness. The room suddenly shifts from being just a place to sit to being a place to share. For grandparents, it may mean they don't feel isolated on the sidelines. For grandchildren, it may mean they can curl up nearby, within reach of a hand or a gentle smile. Another small yet meaningful detail is ensuring there's enough space to move around freely. Wider walkways between furniture don't just prevent trips, they also create a sense of openness. When people can move comfortably, they're more likely to linger, to pop in for a quick hello, or to join a conversation without feeling they're intruding. A well-placed lamp, a chair angled just right, or even a soft rug underfoot can subtly invite people to sit and stay a while. These changes might seem practical on the surface, but at their core, they nurture the flow of family life. It's also important to think about how the living room feels emotionally. Warm lighting, a few family photos within view, and a balance of comfort and support in the furniture send a message: this room is made for connection. It's not about perfection or design magazines. It's about making sure people feel welcome and at ease. A living room that feels open yet cozy becomes a backdrop for everything from deep conversations to casual chats over tea. In many ways, the living room reflects the family itself. When it's arranged thoughtfully, it encourages togetherness. When it's overlooked, it can unintentionally keep people apart. By creating a space that feels safe, accessible, and inviting, you're not just decorating, you're building a daily invitation to share life with the people who matter most. Bathrooms are often the most private spaces in a home, yet they carry some of the greatest challenges as we grow older. The same room that once felt routine can suddenly feel intimidating when balance isn't what it used to be, or when small slips become real risks. That's why turning the bathroom into a place of independence is so important. It's not just about safety, it's about confidence, dignity, and keeping the flow of daily life as smooth as possible. Think about something as simple as stepping into the shower. For someone with stiff joints or unsteady legs, that single action can feel like climbing a mountain. Installing a grab bar may seem like a straightforward fix, but what it really offers is reassurance. It says, "You can do this on your own." Add a sturdy shower chair, and suddenly, bathing turns from a nerve-wracking task into a calm, manageable routine. It's these thoughtful touches that reduce worry and allow someone to feel capable within their own space. There are other subtle changes that can make a huge difference. Non-slip mats on the floor or inside the tub prevent the kinds of small accidents that can shake a person's confidence. Raised toilet seats with armrests make standing up easier without requiring assistance. Even something as overlooked as placing towel racks or shelves within easy reach communicates respect. It tells the person using the bathroom, "We've thought about your needs, and you don't have to struggle to reach for the basics." That kind of respect is deeply empowering. Bathrooms can also be redesigned to feel more welcoming rather than clinical. Warm lighting, neutral tones, or even soft, colored tiles can ease the atmosphere, making it feel less like a hospital space and more like a sanctuary. When people feel comfortable in their surroundings, they're more likely to use them without hesitation. This matters not just for seniors, but for every family member. A grandchild learning to wash up on their own benefits from the same supportive design that helps a grandparent feel steady and independent. At its core, adapting a bathroom is about protecting something priceless, the ability to care for oneself. Independence isn't only physical, it's emotional. When someone can step into the bathroom and feel safe, capable, and unhurried, they carry that confidence into other parts of life. These small but powerful changes preserve dignity and create a daily reminder that home is a place designed to support, not restrict. The kitchen has always been more than a place to cook. It's the heartbeat of the home, where traditions are passed down and memories are made. For many families, it's the spot where recipes become heirlooms and everyday moments turn into stories worth retelling. But as we age, a kitchen that once felt joyful can begin to feel like an obstacle course with high cabinets, heavy pots, and awkward reaches making simple tasks more difficult. By reimagining the kitchen as a family workshop, small changes can transform it into a space where everyone, regardless of age, can participate with ease. Picture a grandparent baking cookies with a grandchild. If the flour is stored high on a shelf or the mixing bowls are tucked away at the back of a deep cabinet, that joyful moment quickly becomes a strain. By swapping in pull-out drawers, installing lazy Susans, or keeping frequently used items at waist level, the kitchen suddenly becomes accessible again. These changes don't just make cooking easier, they preserve the rhythm of family life, where cooking is an act of love and togetherness. The kitchen turns back into what it's always been, a gathering place. Accessibility also invites participation. When counters are cleared and tools are easy to find, more hands can join in. A teenager can chop vegetables while an older parent stirs soup, and younger kids can measure sugar or mix batter. Every generation has a role to play, and the kitchen becomes less about who can reach or lift the most and more about shared effort. It's a reminder that meals are not just nourishment for the body, but also for relationships. Lighting and layout also play a role here. Bright, even light over counters and stovetops ensures that no detail is missed, whether it's reading a recipe or keeping an eye on the stovetop. Wide, uncluttered pathways let everyone move comfortably, especially if mobility aids are in use. Even placing a sturdy stool nearby offers a chance to sit while preparing a meal, reducing strain without stepping away from the action. These adjustments don't just support independence, they encourage togetherness. A kitchen designed this way feels less like a place of limitations and more like a family workshop where tradition, love, and practicality blend. Every lowered shelf, every easy to grab utensil, is really a way of saying this space belongs to all of us. In a home where the kitchen stays accessible, the joy of sharing meals and making memories continues to thrive, no matter the age or ability of those gathered there. A bench may seem like the simplest piece of furniture, but its placement can completely change how a home feels and functions. Think about the front door, the space where people transition in and out of the house. It's where shoes are tied, coats are shrugged on, groceries are set down, and goodbyes are exchanged. Without a seat, all of these moments require balance, bending, or juggling. With a bench, those same moments slow down and become easier, more thoughtful, and even more welcoming. It's a quiet addition that offers comfort to every generation in the family. For someone with stiff joints or less energy, having a place to sit while tying shoes can mean the difference between leaving the house with confidence or avoiding an outing altogether. It removes the small but real worry of wobbling or rushing. For a grandparent waiting for a ride or a friend to arrive, that same bench becomes a resting spot rather than a standing chore. And for younger family members, it doubles as a landing place to drop a backpack, lace up sneakers, or pause before heading out the door. What looks like a simple seat actually becomes a shared tool of independence and convenience. There's also something symbolic about a bench. Unlike a single chair, a bench naturally makes room for more than one person. It invites togetherness. A child might sit beside their parent while waiting for a carpool, or siblings might share the space while putting on shoes. Even visitors sense the welcome when they see a bench by the entrance. It's an unspoken gesture of hospitality. The bench quietly says, "You're not in a hurry, and you're not alone." Beyond practicality, a bench can also become a place of pause. Life at home can feel fast-moving, with everyone coming and going. A bench encourages a moment of stillness, a breath before leaving, or a chance to collect oneself when coming back in. In this way, it doesn't just serve the body, but also the mind, creating a small ritual of rest within the everyday. The beauty of this change lies in its simplicity. A bench doesn't require renovations, technology, or a big investment. Yet it carries a profound impact on daily life, especially for older adults who value comfort and for families who value connection. In the quietest way, it reminds everyone who enters that the home is designed to make life just a little easier and a little kinder. Technology can sometimes feel overwhelming, especially when it's introduced as a list of gadgets and complicated setups. But when chosen thoughtfully, it can blend into daily life in ways that don't take away independence, but actually support it. The key is to think of technology not as control but as care, small helpers that quietly make life smoother while still respecting freedom. When used this way, it doesn't feel like a burden or an intrusion. It feels like the home itself is becoming a partner in comfort and safety. Take voice-activated assistants, for example. For someone who finds it difficult to move quickly or reach across the room, being able to say, "Turn on the lights," or "Play some music," gives back a sense of ease. It's not about surrendering control to a machine. It's about having the home respond in a way that reduces unnecessary strain. Younger family members may use the same device to set timers for homework or play their favorite songs, while older adults use it for reminders to take medication or check the weather before a walk. It's one tool, serving many generations without singling anyone out. Video doorbells are another thoughtful layer of care. They let someone see who is at the door without rushing or straining, which offers both security and calm. Family members can also check in from afar, knowing their loved one is safe without making constant phone calls. This creates reassurance rather than pressure. It allows seniors to stay independent while still giving peace of mind to their adult children. Even simple things like smart plugs or automated thermostats can make a big difference. Adjusting the temperature with a phone or voice command saves extra steps. Turning off appliances remotely prevents the nagging worry of forgetting something. These aren't luxuries. They are quiet forms of support that let daily routines flow more smoothly. What matters most is that technology feels like an ally, not an overseer. It should empower, not remind someone of their limitations. When used with thought and care, these tools become invisible helpers in the background of family life. They free up energy for the things that matter most: conversation, laughter, shared meals, and time spent together. In the end, good technology doesn't replace human connection. It strengthens it, creating a home where every generation feels both supported and respected. These changes may look small on the surface, but together they transform a house into a home that welcomes every stage of life. They're not just adjustments for aging. They're gestures of love that ripple across generations. So, here's my question for you. What's one change you've made, or would like to make, to keep your home both safe and full of life? Share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear how your family is making your home a place for everyone. And if you found this helpful, consider subscribing for more ideas on family, relationships, and retirement living.